Alrighty, hello everybody, we are back. So, Temtem had a new update. It's very small and disappointing. It won't affect any of my tier lists or my builds or anything. The only thing, and I mean the only thing that changed, is that Scarevolt now has Magma Cannon back. So, I might as well throw this thing on a team and see if that actually matters. It's kind of nice. I'm a little sad that it lost it right after they reworked it. It's kind of always been a decent move on Scarevolt. Like, Scarevolt was one of the only times that ran Magma Cannon before Magma Cannon was like, usable. So we're just going to bring back the little shell ant combo. Kind of see how that goes. Good to give Welcomer some use anyways. It's one of the only and best combos it has. Plus with Cheer Up it might be even more fun to run on Scarevolt. Temtem is saved patch. Nah, it's just kind of an excuse. Patch is very disappointing. But it's an excuse to play it a little bit, so we'll try it out. I'm trying to think of what else I can even infuse with Welcomer that I've wanted to try lately. There's really not a whole lot I can think of. So I need some stuff. I want to play around Scarevolt, clearly, so I need some stuff that can deal with it. How you doing though, Lore? Up late tonight? Yeah, I don't know, there's just not much motivation. Just about to go to bed? Oh no, my bad. Get some Taifu action in here. Can do that. I don't want to spend too long making a team, because I'm probably not going to stream real long today. Man, it's just the inspiration is not hitting. I should have put more thought into this ahead of time. I like how Diendra's like actually in the competitive. When did that happen? I mean, I don't like. I could try Cernif. I still want to give like head charge Cernif a little bit more of a shot. Yo, someone, good to see ya. Shout out to Scarevolt. Yeah, yep. Alright, so we need some stuff that deals with like fire now. Adding an earth of my own would be good for sure. I could give Body Stretch Osakai a try. It's been a long time since I clicked 5 PPEH. No more Embers? I never even ran Embers on the thing. I just didn't like it. Always thought the move was bad. I feel like I just need a water type though. Water type that's not weak to toxic, preferably. So I mean, it's probably just like Gario. Where is it? Gario. There we go. Okay, a little bit. I actually have a bit of a struggle hitting with nature types now. Maybe a toxic of my own. Immunity Shween. I did consider that in my head, but it's just, it's not, it's hardly a water type. It just doesn't learn like Ice Stalactite's not a real move because they decided not to buff it for some reason. It's like, oh, game's perfectly balanced. No, it's really not, but that's fine. Fire types. I don't have good synergy for any of them. I mean, I could go Anatan. Gives 1 synergy for head charge. And it doesn't need its own synergy to function. I could even try Diamond Fort on it. I've been meaning to try that. These two have good synergy with each other. They pretty much cover each other's weaknesses. The game is perfect. Comment made you laugh so hard. It sounds like they finally got rid of their balance team. Just kind of unfortunate to hear. And so that's probably why they made that comment, is they're just like, oh, the game's good enough, so we don't have to do any more with it. So I have 2 Mega Earth weaknesses, lots of stuff that deals with Earth. Should probably have something else that deals with natures, like a toxic flying. Oh, I'm not bringing Volarin. It's like Volarin is always like team glue. I can go like Calibus. Then I have another synergy for Water Cutting Lily on Cernif. And I also have H-Slaps for Anatan. Alright. It's a goofy team. We'll see how it goes. Probably want some sort of like... I'll go like double screen on the Shaolan just so it takes less damage. Taifu, I like Nutbar on Taifu lately. I think it's pretty good. Probably still Reactive Vial on Osakai. Always Gravel Bag. Oh. Okay, we're not going... Well, let's go Marbles on the Taifu, because I need Nutbar on the Anatan. Element Nutbar. I actually like Nutbar and Calibus too, but we can just go Building Blocks on Calibus, it's fine. They had a balanced team. Yeah, they had people helping with balance. I know that's kind of just like the joke, is that, oh, they had a balanced team. I mean, I think the balanced team actually did a lot of good things. I really think they did. I think the state that the game is in now is pretty solid. I have, like, my complaints are pretty limited. It is the closest we have been to a perfectly balanced meta. But is the game perfect? No, it's not. The fact that we still have moves like Ice Stalactite and Gust that are in the state that they're in, and they're not fixed, is very sad. And even some like abilities are just completely unviable. I know Sazax was saying that viral combustion is like crazy good value. I think it's still awful, like really bad. It's already like a really niche trait, but then you make it even more niche by it not reducing the damage it takes. And giving up free healing it just seems like a bad trade. We're him by gold rank players. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really know the whole... I need to actually, like, calc this rotation. I forgot how awful it is. I think the players that were on the balance team were more focused on playing on like the test servers and making sure that the game was that the theoretical things they were adding were entertaining rather than playing on the live servers themselves. Yo, Commander. Good to see ya. There was a patch. It was very small. Smallest patch we've ever seen. They touched the pink square. Actually, that is a great question. I don't know if they did. My guess is they didn't. But you're making me curious. I'm going to pull it up. I didn't take much time to look at the bug fix section. It was pretty much like a very brief update. The only thing we got for balance was Scarevolk got Magma Cannon back. It's literally it. Seeing the visual after effects, no. Not seeing visual bug, nope. Well, looks like your pink square is still around. I didn't see anything about missing textures replaced or anything. I'll put like a little bit of speed in this. Outspeed, base speed, Vola. Gary was going to help me outspeed all the other people trying out. Trying out Scarevolt today. We'll see if anyone's even playing this late at night. I never know. Oh, you mean no. There's an actual missing texture that leaves a pink square after battles, and it's on like a specific emote or like a battle end feature, and commanders always run it, and it glitches out people's screens. Good old Calibus build. Alright. I think that's everything. I guess we'll find out. I guess I should ping the chat too. See if anyone else wants to tune in, watch a few games. I really don't know how many it's going to be tonight. Depends on how quick the queues are. Like this one was practically instant, so that's kind of nice. Donnie. Alright. I don't really know what my team's good or bad against. If I want to play with like Scarevolt as my main carry, then Osakai is the biggest threat. At the same time, I have like nothing that kills Broccolum outside of Scarevolt. While I do have a lot of nature pressure. No! Come on, man! That's the only thing that's new. I can't even enjoy the other stuff. And I know that the only reason he did that is because now my team just gets wrecked by Volarend. Surrender, you right. I did debate on playing League instead, but I figured I'd give the patch a shot. Cerneef can actually hit Chimerian because of head charge. And now with Broccolum gone, I can ban Volarend, and then my natures are actually able to do quite a bit this game. I do need to make sure I have some amount of spread damage to deal with Mix, but I've got Rockfall on Gario and Allergic Spread on Taifu, so I think I'll have enough. I'm gonna bring in Calibus just like I think they're both kind of like mediocre picks. This game, but I think Calibus is gonna offer more just between Toxic Ticks and also a turn 1 swap in for synergy on the water cutting will be really nice. Seismic. Blech. Awesome. Do I even really care about Osekai? Not really. Well, he predicted the swap, so I'm glad I stayed in. Or maybe he was just doing that so he wouldn't proc my reactive vial, and then he'll kill me this turn. That is a bulky Barnshee. Yikes. Also, I just realized he's got speed on this Gorong, because base Cernif is 194 and base Gorong is like 160. So that's like at least 150 speed on this Gorong. At least. I do want to swap out the Osekai now. It does have some value now that it has a hold off. I thought I'd just try and maximize value, but with reactive vial. Time split, go ahead. You can be faster than Calibus all day. Aloe Vera Barnshee. What in the world? Still does 0 damage. I think I faced like the worst team possible. It's like a super omega bulky team. Oh, and then he swaps here. Dang. I mean, that's smart. IOX here and can't do a whole lot. I almost head charged. I didn't have any synergy though, so I kind of didn't. Plus, I knew I wouldn't kill if he stayed in. Now that seems a little risky. Dang, yeah, okay, so that is that like a max speed Chimerian then? Back into Barnshee? No, into Mix, okay. Live! Nice! And EOXs. Perfect. He's -1. I'm +2. But I'm weak. Let's try it anyways. Alright, Shmurian's back in the game. So that's like a really bulky mix. It probably lives this. And I don't have any spread moves available to kill it. Nope, it goes down. Okay. Don't underestimate Cernif. Kind of glad he didn't even hip Cernif, because I would be trapped and I'd have lost way more from OX there. Yo, Seven, good to see you. I think he's gonna sharpening here. Sharpening and then probably Wind Burst on Calibus, because he'll be confident it can kill. Okay, it doesn't go for the Wind Burst, doesn't give me a chance. How's Temtem player base? I don't know, this is the first game today. They just had a joke of a patch. So I'm just kind of using it as an excuse to play. There's still people playing. A lot of the new players have left by now. Yeah, there's the sharpening. No surprise there. He'll outspeed me even with a front whip here, I bet. Yeah, it wasn't even slingshot. Thought maybe no slingshot I have a chance. It appears I did not. Probably should have brought in Osakai to eat the marbles seismic. But I didn't really have much of a choice. I'm so scared of getting Magma Cannon. Yeah, no, that's literally the only thing that changed. It is literally it. He's -1 and he still outspeeds me. This is a 500 speed Gorong. It's a 500 speed Gorong. Man, I don't get it. That's insane. A brand new glorious Temtem Swarm game. But yeah, that's pretty nuts too. Oh, yikes. I would have had like a small chance if I was able to outspeed. Basically, it was up to if I'm able to one-shot the Osakai here. But I don't live the +4 hook kick on Taifu. now because I took the extra damage from Chimerian. Yeah, I don't kill anyways. I might have been able to live and get an allergic spread off before. I'm just gonna chop that one up to not getting Scare Revolt. GG's though. Yeah, Pokemon Champions looks like there's some potential. I think it depends on what they're using it for. If it's just for I don't know. I feel like there has to be. It has to be focused on competitive players. I feel like it doesn't make sense any other way. And if it is competitive focus, then we could see some like balance changes or things in that realm that are just for Pokemon Champions. I was saying like we could see games where moves are up to 100% accuracy, or they could actually give some mons moves or nerf some stats. Like what they could do, they could add megas and then remove their stat gains, so all you get is a swap of an ability or something. Drexel, I'm not familiar with this player. Competitive without RNG. I don't think you can get rid of RNG though, because I mean, like let's just take Scald for example. What do you do about Scald to get rid of the RNG? Do you get rid of the burn and just make it your consistent water option, or do you? But then if you have no RNG, why would you not go Hydro Pump for higher damage? Because you wouldn't have accuracy. So it's like I could see them getting rid of accuracy, but I think status effects and flinches and stuff are still going to be there. Let's try no Magma. I mean, technically Nesla is like the biggest counter to Scare Revolts. But I've got some options. I mean, there's like triple water here, so I think Cernief is pretty safe. Hydro Pump, you remember how terrible the combat is? Having hold and stamina makes it so much better. Yeah, I mean, it's just like Pokemon. It just is. It's a whole other game. So there's so many more things to take into account there. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, though. Like they could just rework the entire move system, even. Like they could trim all the stuff. They could change up movesets. They could make it so like every single fire learns flamethrower, and maybe only flamethrower. Maybe you get rid of flame burst, and I don't even know what other fire moves they've come up with lately. My spread moves are dwindling. Okay, I have to get rid of Sandby though, just because I got double melee. So then, if you standardize movesets a lot. But then you're just becoming stat sticks. You kind of get rid of the whole point. It's like I want to see what the niche moves can do. Niche strategies and stuff. Maybe they'll have like actual I think the best thing I can hope for, and most realistic, is that within Pokemon Champions, they will have different tiers of like combat. So they'll have they can have a format where all legendaries are allowed, like anything goes, and then they'll have a different format where there's no legendaries at all, and then you could have one without all the paradox and all this stuff. Because I mean, the most fun was probably the no paradox, but even then, people still found ways to get around it. Out of touch with current Pokemon. Last title you played was white. That's fine. End on a high note. Gen 5 is the best. I don't know what these players are cooking, man. This Aohi might die. It shouldn't die. No Aohi should ever die to this, but it does. Actually, I'm not. I can't say that. I don't know if my Aohi would live that either. Alright, we're about to get some Magma Cannon value. I mean, this game's already over. He lost his fire type, and I have 2 natures. I kind of want Scarable to die here. I think I can live the Tsunami. And then I think I die to the anything else from Yowler. I hope he clicks Savage, though, instead of Clinch, because Clinch won't kill after the burn, I don't think. Magma Cannon value. No! No, I could have one-shot your Oshiara, man. You can't be doing that. Oh, that killed the Osakai. Okay, I thought reactives would help me survive. Emerald's the best game. You'll die on that hill. I don't really see the appeal of Gen 3, to be honest. I really don't. It feels like it lacks so much. It's got decent designs, but it doesn't have like a main gimmick. Just not a huge fan of the way the layout of the game either. You always have the meme of like, oh, too much water. I don't think it's the water so much. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I have a hard time even saying what I have an issue with it. Secret bases. Oh, I didn't like hardly touch those at all. Contests. You just reminded me of like wasted effort on the game. I mean, yeah, all the complaints I have about Gen 3, I guess, are pretty much the same about Gen 5 as well. Yeah, and 4, and the 4 and 5 are probably. I guess if I had to rate the gens, I would probably go 5, 8, or it's tough. 5, 4, 8, and then everything else. I really like Gen 8 though. I was like, do I not have enough stamina to triple Toxic Ink? I got suplexed. Oh, this Yowler's just annoying. Probably should be chipping down the mix instead. Soe Lukita, hello, welcome. How do you put Lumas in Showdown? What are the requisites? So you need to first have the Luma. It has to be either your OT, like you have to be the original tamer of it, or you have to have it soul-binded. Then it has to have every single egg move, every single SV up at 50, and it has to have 1,000 TVs into it. those are the prerequisites. Yep, no problem. See your favorite too? Easy to get the. I don't know. I guess I don't get much joy from the like collecting aspects. And the only reasons I probably like the biggest reason I like Gen 4 is because of the memories. I feel like the Gen realistically doesn't have anything special. It's just memories. And then Gen 5, I just really like. I actually really loved that they made all the mons new. Like, you couldn't get old mons. Because I always prefer new fancy stuff. Like, if I'm playing a new game, I want there to be new stuff. GG. I probably could have tried harder that game before I let the Yowler get out of control. It was kind of annoying to break through, but the Yowler itself wasn't doing any damage. If I just killed the other slot and left the Yowler to the end, I don't think it would have been an issue at all. It's kind of the issue with Yowler. They finally have it in a decent enough spot where it takes too long to get going, and it doesn't do enough upfront damage. So it has a lot harder of a time 1v5ing. And also, if Yowler's the only like raid boss on your team, it can only raise its defense, so it'll still be weak on the special defense side. Moves in earlier gens, replayed gold. Oh, that must have been tough. Yeah, old gens, I can't even really imagine going back and trying any of them. Ortigan's team looks pretty rough for me here. And Gario looks really valuable. But I don't see how I can deal with Acronox Vola very well. I think I have to go, like, Scaravolt Osakaya again. Jumpluff's best move is literally 40 BP. Mega Drain's all you get. At least it's Mega Drain and not, like, I don't even remember, Vine Whip or something. So if I sack Scaravolt turn 1, essentially, and I want Gario to be my win con, Gario gets banned here. Yeah, Gario always gets banned here. I probably should have taken out Hazrat, but I figured Hazrat I can kill easier with Taifu. Because I have Hypoxia for upfront damage. I don't know. I did not balance this team very well. It kind of sucks. Might just use Calibus as like a strangle spammer. And I guess I'm assuming I can live this turn 1. Gonna head to bed. Sounds like a good plan. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Nice, Garvel. You can live this. You can live this. No, you can't. Yeah, GG. I needed to kill that turn 1. I have nothing that can deal with Volarend. I didn't think I would lose. So without the, that did like 45% with Nox Bomb. That's kind of crazy. I am max HP, Baton Pass. Or no, because it put... No, yeah, that was like 45%. And he banned the Shell Lance, so I didn't get the extra boost. I will try and do something here. Surprised no V-Gust, honestly. I think I needed the health on Taifu, though. Oh, I can't. That's so bad. That is so... I hate Volarend so much. It is just a disgusting Tem. So bad. I know my team's not like, created well. But it's like... I am not really sacrificing damage on these guys. Like, I have very high investments. And I just... That was a joke. Especially on an aerobic Volarend. I don't know what his build is. I know he likes to build, like, fast stuff, kind of bulky. So maybe he does have some bulk in it. But, like, 30% from a natural conversion, 450 invest, Taifu is very sad. Very sad. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that whenever you're building a team, the first thing you have to think of is, can I deal with Volfi? Can I deal with Vola? Those two Temps. If you can't deal with them, you have to remake the team. And I think this team is good at dealing with Volfi, but it cannot deal with Vola at all. And it sucks because those two actually complement each other too. Some of the best counters to Volfi, being nature types, completely walling it, lose to Vola because it's a toxic type. And then Vola's only weakness, which is electric, is 4x resisted by Volfi. So those two, they're such a good combo with each other, and standalone are just monsters. It's insane to me how they are considered balanced. And I know, like, oh, they're just type glue, but it's pretty bad. I don't have good enough wins or anything to take out Nidrasil, so I'll just take it out here. Ariado's bug poison type. Don't learn any bug or poison moves. Yeah, that's... I played through Gold when I was a kid. I don't think I ever beat the thing. Actually, I think I got to the Elite Four. I just never was able to beat it. I got stuck on the stupid champion. I didn't have a clue what I was doing back then anyways. I do have Tukba Mask on Cerny, so it's not the worst thing. Also, it's like everyone's banned either Shelllant or Scarebolt. I guess the combo is at least good enough that People get scared and ban one or the other. It's not like I'm really hiding what I'm doing. I don't think Welcomer's that great, but I'm glad that it's good enough it's getting some ban bait. Goulder, huh? I have 5 PPE each on this thing for a reason. Ah! We'll see how this goes. There goes Scaravolt. Mastion is the best thing for him to deal with Cernif. Too many toxics. I'm not going to pick Calibus here. I think I'm still like super cooked this game, but it's at least worth a try. I might actually just go back to the other team after this. I just can't even play Scaravolt. Like, look at this. Like, how am I supposed to try out Scaravolt and see if it's even viable if it's... I'm getting this every game. I don't know what he wants to pick for his last one here. Gallios. I've got pretty good type advantage against Gallios. And here's the free damage. Goulder's got building blocks. Cool, time to ignore it completely. Cycrox. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why. Maybe he wants to microwaves Osakai? I don't have a lot of special defense invest on him. Right, I forget that drops both defenses. I don't even think I can take a microwaves and get away with it. And Goron is really the biggest problem for me. Pretty sure I'm dead here, but that's kind of whatever. I was expecting this game to go bad anyways. Yeah. If he's got any damage on this thing whatsoever. Actually, I think I lived this. He got greedy and went for the heli kick instead of the hook kick. Woohoo! We'll kill one of his Tems in 4 turns. I forgot I was actually -1 defense, -1 special defense. I'm actually now very surprised I survived. More than anything, I'm mad about the stamina. I guess he just steals my Gyarados with Mimit now. Or I know he can't do that because I've got Taifu in the back. He does have Clay Ball. It's not gonna do that much, like 40? Yeah, 40%. I didn't think about using Toxic Slime for neurotoxins purposes. That did nothing! What? Wow, that's crazy. If he's got Jinx Whisper, I think he just kind of wins the game. Not that I was, like, in a great position previously. Oh, you gotta be joking. I should have gone for Cold Geyser. I thought he might swap to Gulder. Since it was so obvious I'd go for Cold Geyser. Now the game's really over. Actually, I guess at least Chuz Synergy. That's still pretty bad, though. Because now he gets to kill Gyarados here and steal something with Mimit. He actually goes for his own Gulder. I thought I had to go for Allergic Spread to cover for a Gyarados steal. Because I still die to this Poison Tick no matter what. But yeah, I just end up getting whittled down by Poison Ticks now. Funny enough, he might be faster than me too. He will be on the Mimit. You see how much damage this does? If a chains hit plus a crystal bite kills... No, it doesn't. That did 30%. Oh, he's got harmful on it too. Interesting. So he's got like no bamboozle or purgation. GG. Kind of interesting it wasn't Infectious Ghoulder. I think the game could have gone differently if I had... If I had gone for Cold Geyser and killed the Gallios instead of getting greedy. It really is insane to me how much bulk Gallios can get to. It's like, that is not the first time I've underestimated like a low, like in the red Gallios and a 1x hit doesn't kill it, with even despite it not being buffed up at all. Because the thing doesn't invest into offenses whatsoever, it just goes full tank. This team sucks though, like there's nothing good about it. Don't play, I'm not even going to share the code for this team. Not because I forget, but because the team sucks. It's the first time we could have the potential to play Scaravolt and Shellance, so we'll try it. Okay. Turok no longer has Stone Ball, and even if it did, I might even be able to kill it with a Soul Shout T-Strike combo. Seems like nobody wants to ban these middle four. Nobody's really scared of them. If the code hadn't expired, I'd probably have just grabbed my last Shellance Scaravolt code team. I think that one was pretty good. Alright. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to cheer up the Scaravolt. Because I'm hoping the T-Strike does enough, and then I can... I'll probably just high-toe the Turok turn 2 anyways. And then I'll Fire NATO the mix. That sounds fun. Interesting. I'm pretty sure Soul Shout can kill that. Even with 0 offense invest. Yeah. Yeah. Rip mix. Who needs Magma Cannon? I mean, a smart play here would be to swap out into something other than Scaravolt. Oh well. We're here to have fun. Oh, it's got Mud Shower. Ugh. Why run Mud Shower? I guess I lived. See, this is why you don't run Mud Shower, because it's such a bad move. I took more damage from the... Oh, it lived. I was hoping I would kill, and then I would, like, Fire Tornado the Saku after Kesugatami. You know, I took more damage from the stupid Nox Bomb from Slipat than that Mud Shower. This kind of sucks. Guess I'll just cheer up myself on the off chance I survive. I was gonna say, he always clicks selfless here. That almost didn't kill. Battle Dagger's a bad move too. Doesn't really matter which trait it was, it's gonna do like about the same amount of damage. He was like half health. Basically, all I need to do is kill this Gallios, and then I can get Scaravolt back into Fire Tornado the Saku. Saku's one of the only Tems that completely walls Taifu, unless you're running Unseen Blow, which there's no reason to run it. Debris Typhoon and Petal Dagger? That's tough. See, that Hypoxia did more than Gallios than I think it did to the Bowler End earlier. And more than the Soil Student that my Gario did to Gallios. Ugh. It's ridiculous. Urushiol? Is this like a no moves above 80 BP Saku? I like the idea of having like coverage moves. It just in practice really ain't that great. Unless the Saku's got speed or priority, I should kill it here. We'll use Magma Cannon just because it exists now. Oh man, this is super bulky Saku. I should have used Fire Tornado. Okay, I guess I can now. You just gave a full buff. I mean, it's not a bad buff. It's really not. Like, if anyone is playing Scaravel, you should probably be running Magma Cannon. Plain and simple. But it's gonna be your backup option always. Never gonna be your like primary option. It has some utility with the burn. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, I used the burn on the Yowler earlier, but that was more as a joke because I thought it would die. Because I could have one-shot the Oshiara. I don't even see. Where do we get placed? Gold 2. Nice. Don't care. Rank doesn't matter at all. In fact, it's better if I'm low rank so I can have faster matches. I mean, 5 matches in an hour. It's like, it's okay. I guess I also made the team. I'll probably quit either at 2 hours or 10 matches, whichever one hits first. I kind of want to switch teams back to my main team though, so I might do that. I'm just not feeling this. I'm trying to think what kind of team, like a Scaravel and Shell Knight combo, would actually thrive in. Maybe something close to what Shirk was running. Didn't he have that like crazy bulky Shell Knight? Must have been a different time I faced him. Because like the problem is that Baton Pass is such like a unique thing. And Welcomer's basically just that as a trait. Head off, sounds good, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. And hello Biker, thank you for the lurk. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna switch teams. Other one's just gonna drive me nuts. Wasn't really that fun to play. Now I gotta remember what to ban with this team. I think mix is safe. That's right, I switched out Platimus for Psypat. I was testing that. Golzy, I guess. Not sure what he is really afraid of Golzy doing. Besides maybe beating Auhi. Amphitheater is kind of a problem for me. So I think I'm gonna go Size Munch to start. Because I'm not super weak to either of his Plaguers, and unless this is a Solidifier Mastion, I shouldn't be too afraid of that. Hey buddy, did you forget about the type nature type? It I got 2 of them, and this is a Gary of Volpheliid. It's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. I'm gonna take out the Aohi because Aohi can pivot into my plagues really well because he's got high special defense. But Bastion would end up losing like probably almost 40%. Do I gotta bring something for this Amphitheater? Mudred's okay. Aohi's probably gonna be the other one I bring for it, and then maybe Saipat just as a really backup option. Just throw stuff at it till it dies, basically. Yeah, he's got double electric and an extra wind. No point in bringing Grandpa this game. He's only got one synergy for Bastion, and it's on a board it doesn't want to be on. Drill Volphy. Ugh. That's just bad memories right there. I think Saipat's more valuable than Seismuch here. Uppercut the Volphy, Plague the Gario. Self-Esteem, Reactive Vial, I'll live the Cold Geyser here. I'll get another speed boost. And now I'm faster than even a max speed Volphy Plague. So I can uppercut for free. It's probably going to be a swap to Amphitheater. I'll just Resin Trap to do as much damage as possible. Obi, that's fine. Double swap. Yeah, I mean, the damage isn't great by any means. I'm going to use this turn to wreck and swap into Saipat. It deals solid damage to Obi, decent damage to Amphitheater, and it's about the last thing I needed Seismuch to do. The wall they can still deal with Gario and Volphy. Saipat doesn't have a whole lot of uses. It's kind of like a bonus Gario counter. Like that's just really good. Now it's a question of, is this going to be a Plasma Beam or a Tesla Prison? Tesla Prison would be so much better for him. That is not the winning play. Alright, Crystal Dust, and then I swap over to Lawali. Yo, Blue Monster, good to see you. Patch a major change or small reworks? It's kind of a joke because it was there was only one singular balance update, and it really changes nothing. It was very minor. They basically said they like to state the games in. They don't want to touch anything right now. So nobody's actually sure if we're going to get another balance patch after this. And even on the PvE side, there wasn't a whole lot. There was some there's a couple minor quality of life things, but it was like super minor. Wow, yeah, no, it's... I mean, they said they were going to continue doing balance patches. I hope that they do something, but I kind of understand. They're not making any more money by putting out balance patches at this point. It's just... It's just for the remaining players, and there's probably like 200 of us at most, so... It's rough. How you doing? Up to anything fun today? He actually stayed in. If it's a fire chip, Pyromaniac. No, it's double screen. Is it Pyromaniac? It might still kill if it's Pyro. It's not. Solidifier. I might lose Mudred for this, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Work and play a little PvP, nothing crazy. Gotcha, gotcha. It's always nice to take things easy. Oh, he did use Water Blade for a swap, that's smart. Okay, okay. He's making the plays. Psypack can solo the rest of the game, but he's at least playing well. So close. For a second I was wondering why that did more, and then I realized it was the iron coating that was binary flooded before. Tsunami. You do not see that tech. Now, is he Speedy Mastion? Actually, it is 232. It still didn't matter because, like I said, Psypack can carry the rest of the game. Mastion should knock himself out here too. No, it doesn't, but he didn't kill Mudred because of that, so... A lot to learn with the game, though. Streams is educational commentary. Well, I'm glad my streams can still provide something to the community. Yeah, I mean, the game hasn't changed much, even since 1.8, which I think was their plan. Just basically try and find a good spot for the game and leave it. I still wish they'd take care of a few things. Buff the... There's not that many moves left that are in a spot where they just suck. And then Volphy and Vola, I wish those two would get nerfed, but besides that, I do agree the game's in a pretty darn good spot, and I don't have a lot of complaints. GG. Yeah, and I'm kind of glad I waited to make most of my guide videos until now. Because then I think they'll really be able to be long-lasting. Rematch. Different team, alright. I don't particularly like Gallios here. The only thing I have that's real strong against it is Lawali. Saipat wouldn't be able to knock it out. Saku's a little bit of an issue. I think Golzy's my best option here. Goulder. It's not what I would have expected. I still have both Natures and Saipat, so Gario's not a big threat. Without Aohi, I don't want to have to deal with the Saku. I still think I could, just because like Amphitheater can 1v1 it in any late game situation. I'll bring Seismuch so I have spread damage to deal with Mix. It's also just good overall dealing with the rest of the things. No Volphium means free heli kick damage. Gonna pick up Lawali and probably Saipat here. Amphitheater doesn't seem as great because I'm gonna be targeting Molgu immediately. And I mean, yeah, there's Volorend. I don't think Volorend helps him a whole lot here. I think the only thing it can really do is 1v1 Lawali and threaten out Saipat a little bit. But a Nicho Sai would be pretty painful. Alright. So Mudred will outspeed and get the Soil Steam off first. I think this will only do like 40, maybe 45%. So I'd... Oh my goodness, not even. 35? Infectious. So he doesn't get the healing from his reactive vial. He still gets burned. Even if it was Splitter, because Taser is an item. And it doesn't block gear status effects. Toxic Ink, I can live that. Oshidashi on the Goulder. We know it's not Punch Bag now. And then Sandstorm will kill Molgu. Or at least, I think it'll kill Molgu. Because the Soil Steam did 35%. And it also drops special defense. Turok, okay. Kind of wish I used Oshidashi on the other slot now. I didn't think he'd bother saving it. Funny enough, I did more damage to the Turok resisted than to the Goulder. That's pretty bad. Golzy going down here doesn't really matter to me at all. Oh yeah, Infectious, so I don't even heal off of my trait. That's a little sad, because I could have lived the... Oh. Interesting. Well, based on how much damage I did with Sandstorm, a Soil Steam plus an Uppercut should kill this thing. So I don't even have to worry about it killing Mudred. Ooh, Bamboozle. Yeah, that was purely judging based on how much damage it took from the resisted hit. My guess is that Turok is probably max HP and doesn't have any special defense investment. Turok is one of the few Tems in the game that really wants kind of a mix. It wants, if you actually can have too much HP investment on Turok, and you'd actually want to take some of that HP and put it in special defense, because it's got naturally good defense and an even better HP. I guess I could have Oshidashi'd the Gario too. That would have worked. I don't mind getting like a double knockout here. Goldsy knocks itself out, and then Mudred gets one shot by either of Gario's stabs. Yeah. Now we just bring in Size Much Lawali and just kind of finish out the game. If I was playing smart here, like the correct play would be to heat up right now, because Volorend has 0 offensive pressure on Size Much, and it's gonna be a couple turns until the game ends. So I'll get more than 2 uppercuts off. He's not even hitting the Lawali. That's like that's a max attack War Drum Volorend. Very unusual. I don't know if Hurricane kills Molgu. It probably doesn't, honestly, but don't really need it to. Just kind of slowly end in the game here, eventually. Turbo attack? Turbo attack kills. Oh, I don't think... Yeah, Faraday doesn't kill. I lied. Max. Oh, War Drum. I was like, that shouldn't kill. I'm not used to War Drum shenanigans. It was Splitter. Yeah, I mean, I think there were some... I could have made better plays earlier and saved the Goldsy to deal with Volorend and such. I didn't need to, though. I wasn't really in danger of losing this one. Unfortunately, Gulder's just not a very threatening Tem. And it's especially Infectious. It did actually get decent value, but he also cut his own value with, like, Reactive Vial. It's just such a niche situation. It's really good for dealing with stall, and that's about it. And even a lot of stall teams nowadays don't have that many forms of healing. Not enough that it's worth bringing a whole Tem and losing other matchups for. Mudra has a trait called Dispersion and Gulder with Infectious. Too long, I need to look at the so yeah, Infectious got buffed, so it's now an aura effect, kind of like Short Circuit and Intimidator, and it blocks healing on the entire field. Like all forms of healing for everyone, including itself. And they gave it to Gulder. This guy's taunting me with the blue monkey. And then Dispersion is basically just like Spoil Sport, like Two Eyes got. It increases spread move damage by 20%, but it also lowers special defense of targets hit by 1 stage. So it's a really nice offensive trait. Problem is, Mudred's still Mudred. I like running it though. Thank you for the Lumiluck. Yeah, Size Munch is a Luma I've never actually hunted for before. Not that I care too much about it, but I am using it on the team right now. If you haven't seen the recent patch notes too, Self-Esteem got buffed, so now every time it gets hit with a status effect, it gains a speed boost. So when you get hit with Plague, you don't get exhausted, you get +1 speed. It's a very common thing that happens with all the Wolfies around. Gould are good against stall. I mean, it's okay against stall. I think the consensus is pretty much the punch bag is better. I mean, it's not bad against stall. It's just so niche because not all stall teams heal. Like Sazak's the team he's running. This team doesn't heal much at all. I don't know how it interacts with Gallios, if that counts as a heal when it dies. But I mean, other than that, the only heal on this entire team is probably building blocks on something, and then whatever, and then Ninjasil. Maybe a nut bar too, so it's just a couple items. But it's not like he's got Revitalize or a whole bunch of stuff like that. Oh yeah, Digiteam. I was thinking of making some like 3 or 4 digital Temtem team at some point. I couldn't figure out the other half of the team. Amphitheater Goals is a really good lead for these. I don't know why there's a Turok here. My whole team is calced to outspeed most of these things. I think I'm going to ban Gazuma just so he doesn't have fast charge, and also because it's one of the only things on his team that can take hits, and it's also got speed control and can give him the edge. So I'd like to avoid that. I don't care if he picks Koish. Koish ain't doing much to me at all. I'm leading Amphitheater Goldsy always. That should be able to kill pretty much anything except Tortonite. And he didn't even consider Tortonite because he just had this lead planned out. Now, I've run into this lead multiple times. And I don't know what the exact calcs are, but I did... Every single time I've been able to kill the Mastion with the Marbles proc, and then Plague Hasty Lunge. So, never had an issue with it yet. Yo, Epic, good to see you. Fight a Scarable yet? I haven't fought one. I used it for the first 5 matches of the stream. If you're wondering why I lost. I mean, I just threw together a team. It was an awful team. But people banned either the Scarable or the Shelllant. It didn't feel any different than others. You still want to click Fire Tornado whenever possible. And in fact, now that Cheer Up's a real move, you'd rather click that every single time. So it's just even less reason to ever click Magma Cannon. It's tough to justify. Do I think there's some use in it? I'd say so. Well, I could actually kill his Chromion here. Interesting. Most water Chromions run Straw Shield. Forgot about Cheer Up. Try that on something slow. Yeah, I mean, Shellant gets Cheer Up too. So I mean, turn 1, all you have to do, even if you're in like a 1x matchup and Shellant isn't against an Earth type or something, you just Cheer Up the Scaravolt. It gets to +3, gets Fire Tornado off hold, and ta-da! Magma Cannon's useless. This is a good play by him. It looks like he's got a bulkier Mastion than I was expecting, and also the Munko gets unnoticed now. Yeah, this is a very bulky Mastion compared to what this team looks like it should be running. course, that does bite him a little bit. Oh, it's never mind. It's not unnoticed. I really would have thought it was. He's got nothing that wants to eat a plague. Chromion doesn't want to. Troc doesn't want to. Koish is probably Synergy Adept, and I'd guess it doesn't want to either. Maxion's also his only microwave synergy. My guess is he'll sack health on something. Probably Koish. Because Electro Punch is only good against Aohi. At the same time, Aohi would be really good. No, Aohi's really not that great. Yeah, I think Cheer Up has a lot of potential. I just think people haven't really tried it on much just because there's no reason to get crazy with anything. Okay, it's the Turok. Yeah, it's a max speed Turok. I'm not quite sure I understand that play. Because now I just do the exact same thing. He had to kill Amphitheater there and get rid of my synergy. And then he just had to... Then he could swap in Macion later and get a synergy microwave off, and then he would be faster. I don't know. Waspian Cheer Up into Swarmade. Waspian lost Cheer Up a long time ago. As soon as they gave a blue... It was during the blue screen days. They took Cheer Up away from it. See, what was the point of saving Macion if you're just going to sack it here? That's how outdated you are. It happens, it happens. No Iridescence, so it is Synergy Adept. Hard to tell if my Plague will kill it or not, though. I'm +1. I want to say it will. I'm gonna go Plague on the Koish slot and Hasty Lunge on the Chromion. I'll live a Water Blade. Yeah, Koish goes down. I don't think Voltaic Charge is doing a whole lot for me, but still something. So you have Token. That's the real question. Token can make this game last a whole 1 extra turn. Alright, GG. It's gonna be close. I'll probably just, as long as the queues don't get really long, I'll probably just play the 10 matches even if we go over the 2 hours. At least with this team, it's faster too. I can actually kill stuff with it. Workman, alright. Workman's been cooking stuff when I run into him lately. I mean, he always cooks stuff. No side pat. Okay, okay. Double electric custodian, probably. He really wants to make this wind chromion work. That's what it looks like to me. There's no fires. There's no like Tolkien on the team though. For center type or microwaves. That's what he wants you to think. Either way, Lawali Amphitheater is just way too good here. He's got no fire types, no toxic types. Really don't want to deal with Mudrid. My Mudrid's on the slower end of Mudrid's, so I bet he can outspeed me. So I just rather avoid that. Yeah, I was expecting the Goldsy to get banned. Even with, it's kind of sad that even with double electric custodian, he still has to ban an electric. It is also like one of my melees, so that makes some amount of sense. Gonna bring Auhi Mudrid. It's always a good combo to have. If Mudrid gets Crystal Deluge off, it's a free turn to bring in Auhi usually. Double Earth. I'll grab Size Munch. Question is if I can live a Plague and like a Stone Ball from Zyzer on Size Munch. I want to say I can, but it's not a guarantee. Grease. Interesting. Lawali's really valuable to deal with these two in the back, and even decent against Chromion. So I'd like to save it. Even Amphitheater is pretty good. I think I'm just going to bring in Size Munch now. And I'm going to Plague the Munko. Because I bet this Munko's unnoticed. And I don't want it to get a speed boost. Sparks. Okay. So it wants to take out the Amphitheater. That's fair. There's no real reason for me to use Plague here. I should outspeed everything it wants to do. This would be a time where I wish I had Allergic Spread, but this is fine. If he keeps in Munko, it dies. If he keeps in Ragnit, it accomplishes nothing. If he swaps either of them... Volfi's is only safe swap. I guess if he swaps in Chromion for the Ragnit slot, and then Volfi for the Munko slot, that's probably his best play. My Size Munch, I keep forgetting to invest the last bit of speed in, so a max speed Chromion would outspeed me with microwaves. Oh, electromagnetism. I didn't think about that option. I honestly completely forgot that the move existed. So that would have been a reason to use Plague. Because then I wouldn't have had to take that microwaves on size much and the game would have definitively been over. I was just trying to cover for a Wolfie swap. Since it was such a safe swap. He would have taken damage on Ragnit. But I figured that was fine. It was indeed not fine. I did plague the Amphitheater. I wasn't sure if you would. Because now my size much, I think, gets another hit off. And now the Wolfie should go down. Sarak, I do see that sub. Thank you so much for the 5 or 6 months. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, T-Strike as an offensive move. Interesting. Having fun with your Pokemon simulator. Pokemon Champions ain't out yet. Which, yeah, hey. It's been an alright day so far. Nothing too crazy has happened. There's an update. They literally changed one thing, and it's just kind of a meme. You up to anything fun today? Oh, that's why it has grease, because of the electrum. I forget that still traps yourself. That makes so much sense. I mean, unless it's a Speedy Zyzer, though. Oh, it does have Gravel Bag, so maybe. Hypnosis on the Amphitheater. I did go for Plague though, and little bit too much cooking there. I respect it. Max speed Zyzer only reaches like 211 and -2 Mudrid. How much is my -2 Mudrid? It's 2. Okay, so it's not quite a max speed Zyzer. 10-hour shift? My goodness, I hope you're bringing in the cash with all that. Telephone Tuesday stream. Going from 10 hours to more? That's crazy. Research on Godot and Blender for 3D stuff? Gotcha. You know what? They just came out with 4.4 for Godot, and it looks like they added even more 3D support. Sounds like 3D has been like the big focus of Godot for like the last year or two, so it's only going to get better from here. I don't know what state it's currently in, but it might be worth doing or watching some video on the overview of the 4.4 changes. Probably won't be able to make it to your Telephone Tuesday though. Usually by the time I've only got about 10 minutes, then I'm heading to my stream and probably getting ready for bed. 4/10s. Okay, so you get an extra day off. I got a buddy that does the same thing. It is definitely not my lifestyle, but if it works for you, that's good. Oh, mandatory meetings on days off. Okay, that sucks. You can stream with little time you have. Stop in for a bit before you start. Yeah, it's good to see you. But now I look irresponsible because I'm not doing game dev on the day, and I'm bugging you too. It's basically Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are when I've been trying to. Today was just kind of an extra day off. And there's no guarantee I'll do tomorrow. 2 weeks only game dev. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna play Temtem for probably a couple weeks again after this. Maybe League sometime, but even that's been kind of less appealing. I started going on a whole bunch of lost streaks, getting some bad teammates, and kind of got sick of it. Gaming is just not a priority for me right now. And there's really no games that really I have a desire to play anyways. Just slowly chip away at Mutant Grid and get that up and going. A 3-month break. Oh, dang. Everybody you work with wants 410s. Don't have the staffing to cover it. Oh, no. I would just completely mental boom at like four 10-hour shift, or just even a single 10-hour shift. 8 hours is plenty for me. Demand Wednesdays off. Come on, we gotta find a match. Gotta see if I can end the stream before I have to use one of my snoozes for the ads. One more match. One more match. Three 8s and 2 12s. Yuck. It's supposed to be 5 8s. So it's just some days in particular are just way busier. See, I'm on salary, so I don't even get overtime. Or maybe I would, but if anything, I'm underworked. I'll have like usually an hour a day to just sit in the office, just kind of twiddling my thumbs, working on things that really don't need to get done, just because waiting for the next assignment. I saw the notification. I thought I was queued up. I clearly was not. Well, I guess I can't complain about the queue time. Mandatory minimum staffing. Somebody calls in sick, overtime for you. Oof. Is that just because you're the one that picks it up, or you're the only one who's even able to? I got lucky. One of my coworkers is a complete workaholic, so anytime that there would be something that needs to be done, she's like, "Oh, I'll do it this weekend." It's like, okay, yeah, sure, you do you. Yeah, just take. She doesn't get paid extra, but it just works for fun. If you guys who doesn't have kids, gotcha. Alrighty, last match of the day. I think I got like 5 minutes before ads hits. Let's go. Rematch against the first guy. Is this a different team though? I don't remember the scunch. Now he banned, so I'm actually just going to take out the Gorong because I remember this was like a high-speed Gorong with Seismic and Marbles. I think this is a pretty decent lead. Swap out Size Munch, go into one of my natures, preferably Amphitheater. I've got a decent amount of spread. I'm kind of leaning towards Ban and Shimurian just because it's able to eat more of my hits. Both natures are going to be good to pick up here. Even if he picks Auhi, I go Mix as my last. I haven't picked Grandpa once today. But Mudred's nice here. If it's a sense, I think this was a Sensei Osakai. So it's a little problematic that way. But hopefully my Size Munch can duel his Osakai. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Yeah, well, Hasty Lunge, the Oshiara, swap into Amphitheater. Verb feeling left out. I really like Grandpa. I still wish they would give Bully the... Oh, what in the world? Bulky Horse. I still wish they'd give it the thing where it would do more damage on double status, but current Bully's still fun, and Bird Season is also nice. Okay. Guess I didn't know what I was getting myself into with this match. I'm gonna throw a Tesla Prison. Just cover for the swap. Nice burn on Scunch. Not super sure what the Oshiara is going to do in the back. I'm sure he's got something cooking. I want to say my Amphitheater is going to be faster than this mix. I'm not super sure, though. Because I want to swap to Size Munch right now, save the Golzy, and then trap the mix. So we're going to risk it. I die to a Sea Spikes if he's faster, but I think I live in Ninja. Okay. Self-esteem, he ends up giving me a speed boost, which is even better. That was such a risky refresh. I think that's pretty much game right there. Mix definitely goes down. Scunch stays in, which is surprising. Is he gonna like Fierce Claw something? Because he doesn't have a lot of stam left. Oh, Held Anger, Scunch? So it's... Haito is his only melee move. It's Held Anger, Fierce Claw, Savage Suplex, and Haito. That is such a weird Scunch set. I'm gonna go for a Heli Kick here and an Oshidashi. I thought I might live. I don't think Plague kills Osakai. Stand corrected. But it's not Ignis Auhi. Which is really bad for him, because he would have gotten that, and then he also would have killed me. He would have got me with the burn, and the burn would have been able to take me out the turn after. And then he would have had evasion for this turn, and that would have been perfect for him. Ignis is always, like, 99% of the time the better trade on Auhi. That was a hasty lunge after the burn. 254, 302. Oh yeah, I mean there's the worm gifts. I still don't know how much that's gonna do. Pretty sure there's a Phantom Whiplash coming into that slot, and that would have killed me. And then I get outsped by Oshiara. Yeah, there's the Whiplash. So I had to go for the kill there. I forgot to take the marbles into account on the damage, though. So I think I lose here. I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't just take the kill on Mudred. Maybe it's like a very low attack invest Oshiara, and it's just got that much bulk in it. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Because if I could have lived the Serbatios, we would have been in the same exact spot. I guess even like base special attack Oshiara still does tons of damage. So I just don't quite understand. But GG nonetheless. Alrighty, so what have we learned? Scaravolt needs a very specific team to function. New patch is practically the exact same. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got for today. Glad I was able to showcase the new patch a little bit. Not that really much happened, but I hope it seems like the queues are still pretty good, which that's the most important thing for the life of the game now. I'm just gonna head over to Scary Pastry. He's one of the guys that does game dev that I know. He's working on some new typing game. Figure we'll stop by, check it out. But thanks for everyone for watching. And I may or may not stream tomorrow, but either way, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.